Hello everyone, welcome back to ClickyWalls, and in this video I just want to kind of tell you a little bit of a story about where we are, but mainly just focusing on an update with the Tudor townhouse. I'm in my conservatory, I'm at home here at the moment. I just noticed my fish needs feeding. He's swimming around at the top of the glass. You're going to start splashing in a minute. So first of all, print farm sort of situation. So got my H2D there, it's not doing anything at the moment, nothing's printing. Got my bamboo A1 in there. This one, that's just printing the last little bit of the Tudor house that I need with the updated doors. And it's in this, I don't know if you can see that, it's in this case because the heat fluctuations was affecting it. You know, when I got the fan on or the doors open, and it just like breezes and things were causing failures. So since I've put it in there, it seems to be working much better. I also sand the top of this one as well occasionally, just give it a little bit of a rough up. That helps it with the bed adhesion as well. I've bought some glue, but I've not tried it yet, so I don't know what that's going to be like. And then down here I've got my two what are they, PS1s, and I'm just printing some floor pieces out. This is for the Tudor house as well. It's a little upgrade that I'm doing. It's not live, although it might be actually by the time you watch this video. By the time I've got it edited and out there, there'll probably be these sections as well. And these are two little path sections, and those two little path sections are just for the little garden area. I thought it'd look quite nice if it's got a little bit of a garden. And then I'm going to use a floor flocker and do like a little pond area. I'll just go out here into my workshop. You might have seen my video, so I've got them right down the end here. They're all set up, they're all printing. This, again, these are all P1s. This one's set up, it's just, I've got too many reflections going on there. But that's printing. I've got some brown filaments, so I'm just printing some floors in that one. This one, I'm just printing some, what's that in there? Oh, that's just B-beams, just a whole bunch of B-beams, and that's just two B-beams that I need for the garden section of the Tudor house as well. So it's just, yeah, a little bit of the garden. That's my hot tub room there. I actually built that myself. So I don't just build ClickyWalls, I build other things. This is what we call the Apple Shack. I built this myself as well by hand. I'm quite proud of this. It's got a little sign up there with some 3D printed lettering on it. But the Apple Shack, this is just our little hideaway. So it's a cute little building. It's a shed really, but it's all fully insulated. And Flower made these two beds in here. They're like, well, they're on seats, but they're kind of beds as well, so you can sleep on them. Oh, I painted this. One of my paintings. I actually drew this, not painting, it's pastels I use for that, but I think there is a little bit of paint on there. I did that when I was on holiday, staying in I was staying in a little hobbit hole, of all things. There's a little place, I think it was in the Cotswolds, so it wasn't too far away from here, but it was, yeah, it's a little hobbit hole. It was quite cool. Nice little holiday. It was only a few days, but we took a load of drawing stuff. I did that little mouse. No AI. What I'm doing today, I'm going to get set up in here. I've just bought this, so this is just one of those little flexible arm thingies that I'm going to use for my overhead camera. So I've got a main one that I use at work, but this one is just going to be for if I'm in here filming. Do you hear my chicken screeching. She wants feeding. Bless her. She's got food, she just wants treats. So the idea is I just clamp that onto the bench like that, and then I can set the overhead cam at the right position. In fact, doing it like that, I think I might do it to the side. I'll put it over here, and I can have that bit upright, and then I can have it like that, which is why I bought this and not a little one, so I can put it to the side, and then this then's my little downward facing camera. So the idea is I can have my hands in front of me and I can move without this central thing getting in the way. What this video is really about is the Tudor townhouse, and the reason why I say it's a little bit of a story, obviously I've just been explaining what's going on with my printers, but also what's going on here. So this is what's printing out on that printer that I just showed you. It's a little doorway that's due to go in there, and then the B-beams, and they just go here and here, and I've just realised this is the wrong bit, and that's a T section. That needs to be a cross section in order to join this up. And then, can't see here, can you? This needs to be changed out. And then I've made a little floor that goes around this bit and goes around that main door. But if I get my other camera set up, get those other bits printed off, and then I'll come back. So what I wanted to do now is just quickly show you what I've got set up and what I'm using and how I do it. Basically, it's a little bit of a behind the scenes video, this one. So setup wise, so this is the one that I normally use or will be using in the Battle Lounge, and this has a little action cam on there, which is DJI Action Pro 4, I think, or Action Cam 4. And this is what I'm using, this is what I'm holding in my hand at the moment. It's a little DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's quite good because it's got the little gimbal on it that allows you to rotate. But it's also got face tracking on it as well, so I like it, especially with me because I'm a bit of a fidget, always moving around. And I've got this little newer light as well, just helps with a little bit of light. It's not brilliant, but it's better for smaller stuff like minis and stuff. And then I'm just using my Ryobi work torch at the moment because just a little bit dark on this side, so I've got natural light coming in this side, so I just wanted a little bit more light. Now I've ordered a couple of lamps for filming out here. Again, they just clamp onto the bench, so they're pretty good ones. I've got a few that I use in the laboratory. I found that they're really good. They're really high lumen. They're quite expensive. They're about 200 quid each. You know, for a little desk lamp, it's quite expensive, but they are really good. They shed a lot of light. It's a nice sort of diffused light as well. It's not too stark. So that's what I'm using. What else do I use? I use these little mics that you've probably seen. Again, they're just the DJI mics. They're pretty good actually. And the other thing I use quite a lot is my Remarkable. This is just like a tablet, but it's, I'll just zoom away while I put my code in. So I just use it for scribbling ideas down because it's, you know, it's like paper. Nice and quick and easy to use, but obviously, unlike carrying the amount of notes and things that I make, I would be carrying around folders and folders of paper, but this little thing's quite good. It's all touch and everything, and battery lasts ages, but it's also backlit. By the way, this is a game that I'm designing at the moment. It's a ClickyWalls game. You saw it here first. It's quite a simple game. The idea of it is very simple to play, very easy to pick up, but difficult to master, that sort of thing. Starting as, you start in the centre, and then you have a hero character, and you can move wherever you want. Across these are bridges, and these are obviously like your normal sort of tiles that you'd have. And then you can leave your hero on wherever you start. You get the resources, so there's the 4 sort of resources there. And then you can use resources to buy and build bridges and more bridges and towers and things like that. And then the trolls, they come out from under the bridge, so if you roll one of the numbers that the trolls are on, they'll pop up and then hinder you, and you'll have to either fight them or go round them. And you can also bring guards in as well, so you can pay to have guards, and then the guards can sit on those little resource tiles. And the idea of the game is just win by killing everything. The other thing, so a hovel, it's the original hovel. Oh, got some bits in there. Don't know what they're doing in there. So that's the original hovel, but we've literally just updated to the new hovel. It's similar in that it has a chimney, but it's a whole new, everything's new except the connectors. So we got a new door. It's a similar style door, so I've made it look more like you know, an old sort of shed door with the braces and everything, and then it's got like a little peek hole window. It's also a bit more rickety as well, so it's got, you know, like the beams are all on a slant. Little bricks, the little bricks are all wibbly wobbly as well, so they got a lot more texture to them. I really didn't like the blocks on this one. They were way too big for the size of the house, and they don't really have much detail, so I've never really been happy with them. They didn't really fit the build, whereas this is little bricks, and as you can see they're all wibbly wobbly, the bricks. So I really like these. It's going to be much nicer to paint up. We got a window as well. The window, again, just like a little wooden shutter. It's just a single window. Again, I just feel like if you want more windows, you could put them on the other sides, but I just wanted a little window. I wanted this to be quite a dark room with not much light in it. This floor has got the little log burner which we see in the toll house, so I really like the little log burner in the toll house, and I was thinking what other build I could put it in. What's going on there? Caught on the window. I thought, yeah, I'll put it in the rickety undershack, not the rickety undershack, in the new hovel building, because we got the chimney. And also, so this roof with the old one, this roof is one piece, and it's one big piece, and it's prone to failure because of the slope that it's on, and it's also takes a long time to print, and we've had a few people where it failed, so it got cut off like right at the last minute, which is a bit frustrating. And also that it's a really big bulky piece, and I didn't really like it. The chimney kept falling out, so you had to glue it in. Oh no, actually it's not too bad, that one. I think I fixed it. But this one's now fixed, but it's fixed to the roof, so that now just prints flat like that. So you've just got that one small bit. If that failed, you know, it's not going to take much to reprint that. And then it's the same as this bit, this roof. He says it's quite tight, this one. That one again just prints flat, so it's nice and easy. And there's lots of different styles of these, so if you want to, you could swap this out. In fact, not many styles for these at the moment because I've not done them yet, but they're in the works. So there's lots of different styles of these for me, but nobody else at the moment. But they will have, when they are released, they've got like little dormers and things like that. We got the dormers in the bigger style, so this size roof, or is it that one? That one. But yeah, there's going to be lots of dormers in this size and the smaller one, which is that. So you basically got 3 different sizes, which allows us to make much more interesting builds. And so that's your roof section. You can take that off. You can take those two roofs off so that you've got your access, but as before, you can still just take the whole roof section off if you want to. And I really like this. So the floorboards are the same that was in the original hovel, except they got the little log burner in there now as well. This is available now. It's on there, guys. If you re-download the hovel, you'll have it in the thing. The other thing that's different as well, which is new, is these little coping stones and the coping beams. They're all new as well, so that's some new bits for you, all free in your level 1. As soon as you've logged into the community, if you haven't already, if you're not a member of the community, log in. As soon as you've logged in and made your first post, you'll get reward, which is reward level 1, and you get this little dirty hovel. And I just wanted to get set up because I'm doing a video for the new townhouse, new Tudor townhouse, so that got printed. Look, so I need to put that in first. Then I've got my beams printed for this little bit, but I haven't got the paths and everything for that yet, so I probably won't do that in this build video. That'll just be a little extra one that I'll do afterwards, because it's kind of like these bits, you don't have to put them on if you don't want to. It's like just a nice little touch. You can have a garden, and the idea is just to show you that you can have a garden, or you can have like a little fenced wall around the back, so that's going to go in like it did in the original one. But the idea, obviously, with these fences, you could have a massive big fence around the whole thing if you wanted, have it sat in like a little paddock type thing. And with this, all the doors and windows are new, but for the purposes of this video, like, these are the older style windows, but I'm just leaving them in. So if you spot it on the video, just ignore it. These are the new windows though, the little barrel ones. They're a lot more structurally sound. They don't break off. The trouble with these ones is they're very easy to break because the little hinges are so small. Yes, they're nice because they look, you know, they sit flush. But these ones are much better because they don't break off. They're a lot stronger, and I'm using those on all the builds. So that new roof system as well. I did a little bit of post this morning on the community forum, just saying about the new roofs, that we're just going to bring these roofs into all the builds from now on. And I'm just going back, like we did with the Dirty Hovel, I'm just going back and retrofitting the new roofs on all of the buildings. And I'm probably going to do the tavern next, or possibly the town centre. I keep switching my mind about which one I'm going to do first. I really want to do town centre. Town centre one's going to be a bit easier because it's just got the spire bit. However, with the spire, what I'm going to attempt to do is these little parapet connectors. I'm going to try and see if I can get something that either clips on, probably that clips on to the crowns, which are these little bits on the end. These are called the crowns. Get like almost like another little roof that just clicks on, so you've got a bigger overhang. So if you imagine this building here, you'd clip another roof on that would sort of come down and then just sit over nicely, so that you've got your what's it called, that bit under there, soffit, isn't it? Yeah, the soffit is the bit that goes underneath. This is the fascia. Yeah, so look out for those guys, those new ones, the town centre. And also what I said in the post is I'm going to be with the underkeep. The underkeep's going really well. Changing it a little bit, which I said in another video and on the forum. I'm going to be doing more sort of above ground stuff as well as the underground stuff. And I think that kind of works with a narrative as well anyway for the underkeep. So the masons are the builders, and it's a secret sort of organisation where you guys, if you join it, you get access to everything that's coming out. Most things that's coming out. Obviously there'll always be a few bits that just come out anyway. and like the freebies and stuff like that. But once you're a member in there, you get access to everything that's coming out. So you get early access, and obviously you're supporting me, you're supporting this YouTube channel, you're supporting ClickyWalls, and it's going to allow us, as that grows, it's going to allow us to do more and more over time. I think it's a great little platform. It does need a few little bits ironed out, but overall it's working really well, and it's anybody who joins that is a part of ClickyWalls as well, because you're helping me make those decisions on, you know, where ClickyWalls is going, what buildings, what structures, etc. are being built first, what I'm spending my time on, and those things that I am spending time on. You know, you'll get a say in how they're gonna look as well, and what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, etc. And also, as I said, so I mentioned the game that I'm designing. I've always liked designing my own games. I've done a few over the years, and I just enjoy doing it. So it's not something that I'm looking to make a lot of money out of or anything like that. It's more about a way of introducing people to ClickyWalls. So if there's a game out there that people liking and sharing, it you know, it's all that one sort of ecosystem where everything sort of links up and ties in. And it kind of ties in with, I would like to get a collab going with a miniature creator. So if there's anybody out there that makes miniatures that have got an interest in working with ClickyWalls, give us a shout. You always find me on the community forum, and also scatter terrain as well. Scatter terrain is in the little things. So I don't have the time to go in and build like little tables and chairs and things like that. I do a little bit, so as you saw, you know, with the little log burner, but it's simple geometric shapes. I can't do all the sculpting and things like that because I just don't have the time to do that, as well as everything else that I'm doing. So if there's anybody out there that would like to have a collab with me where you're designing and fitting out all the different buildings, like the tavern for example is a good example, then yeah, get in contact and we could work together. It wouldn't be on a paid basis, it would be on a basis of we help each other. I put your stuff on my website, recommend you to my customers, and your customers would be recommended by you for ClickyWalls as well. That's the way that I'm thinking it would work. Also, because I try and keep the price down of everything that I'm doing, I'm trying to do it as, you know, as affordable as possible, and I think I've got a good price point with most things. It made me laugh. Somebody put a comment, like I said, that the castle was only £40 for the STLs, and they was like saying it was too expensive because it's just one castle. Yeah, it's literally, I haven't even counted, but there are hundreds and hundreds of STL files in that castle, and almost as many hours gone in. And it's not just the castle, is it? It's the portcullis, it's the towers, it's the moats, the drawbridge, the toll house, and the bridge house. Chicken's still squawking. I think it's amazing value. But I'll be interested to know what you guys think with my pricing. Like, do you think it's expensive or do you think it's reasonable? I mean, the biggest cost is always going to be your the filament, I think, that you're using. If you buy something like the townhouse here for £7 or whatever it is, or is it £8? I can't remember now. £7.99, £8, which is about $10 to print all that. I'm not sure how much filament that would take, but it would be less than a reel, which cost about 10 quid, so it probably cost you about, yeah, so maybe sort of like 4 or 5 quid in filament, and then 8 quid to buy the STL file. But the reason I say it costs more in filament is because you don't just print this once, you can print it as many times as you want and as many buildings as you want. You don't want just one building, you want a whole variety. Yeah, but I'd be interested to know what you guys think. I think it's quite good value. The amount of time and hours and effort that goes into it, I wouldn't want to cheapen the product by making it, you know, silly cheap. After all, it's a business at the end of the day. It needs to make money, and the more money it makes, the more people I can bring in to help me, and the more we can do. I've got to go and sort that chicken out. It's just moaning. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to crack on with the other video now, but I need to feed that chicken so she's not squawking all the way through it. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.